Hello, welcome all. I'm usually not really good in being on a stage. I like to be with you guys, so this is why this will be the closest. Just like a comment on what Lou said, I've been an activist for 20, 25 years. I moved recently from New Jersey, and I realized, we're doing great things. Everyone's doing great things, but our resources does not really allow us to do more. So what Lou explained, renting place like this, everything that we do needs some resources. So I really encourage you and encourage myself to help us do more, and will happen with collecting resources. And talking about resources is not only money. The most important resource is you. And I was thinking coming in, today is I was going to say Happy President Day. But I would like to say Happy People Day one day. I would like to say Happy Justice one day. And this will happen. And this is really will happen with all of us. Coming from New York, I have organized a rally that has like 500,000 people in DC and New York. I'm coming here in Florida, I was telling my wife and my kids, I would be missing helping others. But going down San Augustine, and we have 2,000 people marching in the streets. I was like a kid in a candy shop. And today, for the second meeting, almost 500 people show up. I'm really proud to be here, and it's thank you for coming. So talking about, again, our resources. Resources is money. Yes, we need money. But we need to know what you can do. And I designed this form that I will send, email every one of you after who sign up for our lists, either in the door or not. Great. If you didn't, please go to our website and put your email address and name, and I will send you now what I call it resource bank. What is resource bank? Resource bank tell me what you can do. We need to know every one of us. You need to know who's a good manager to join the steering meeting, who is in the media, has media experience to join the media committees, who can do web designs, who can do other things. So maybe with someone come and tell me, Ayman, you know what? I have a great idea. I can do like a music concert to promote peace and justice. I will tell them, oh, you know what? I'm looking at in my resources. Oh, I have John and Evelyn can help you with that. So I'm really encourage you. When you sign in, I will send you a longer list of things that you can do. I will read a couple of things. Name, address, phone number, for sure, profession, what you do. Every one of us have skills. And as an activist, sometimes I get frustrated a little bit because I see engineer and accounting and people with skills coming in the activist world, and they don't use their skills. So I need to know what you can do. If you're a doctor, maybe we can have a campaign about physician. Tell them, this is how we can help promote our message through healthcare. We have a problem about healthcare. So we need to know what your position, what other organization you have experienced before, what your maybe you have access, you have access to facilities that we can meet every week. Our goal is to have a weekly or bi-weekly meeting, not to come and chat. No, come and discuss, come and grow. So if you have access to a place, a Unitarian church or anything that we can use without really spending our resources, let us know. So I really encourage you to go after I will email it to all of you. Anyone who will email me, I will email him this form. And if you don't have email address or you can't do that, you can fill up the form. We have the form outside when you go outside. But this is the most important thing. As an activist or organizer, I cannot do everything. Mary cannot do everything. But it's you, what you can do. So definitely fill this up. And if you have any questions, you can always ask me. But together we will have a People Day very soon. Thank you very much.
Okay, now Kim is going to come up and explain the different committees, so listen carefully, and if something really grabs you, consider joining that committee, or at least going over and meeting the other people that are there and making some new connections.
All right. So we have 6 different committees set up, and you see the signs around the room. So afterwards, when we wrap up here, we'll all break out into these sessions, and we'll talk about what your skills are and how you can get involved in what you want to do. And for those of you who aren't on social media, we do have a blog. We also have a phone tree that we're doing, so it's not just social media. We really want outreach to everyone and have a diverse, wide group. So if you are great at social media, that's another way to get in touch with us as well. So the first one is the steering committee. If you're interested in joining that, come on, we can use some help. Art and technology are Evelyn and Adam. Then we have legislative tracking, that's me. Content management and outreach and media committee. So for the art and technology, that committee manages all the social media platforms and helps with news, information, actions, and coordinates with the rest of the committees. Legislative tracking, we monitor federal and state legislation. We track our members of Congress, and we schedule, coordinate, and do outreach, but we also coordinate with the other committees. And I could really use help in this. There's a lot going on. It's happening very quickly, and we need to get in front of our representatives. So any MOC work, anyone interested in having experience in that, I could really use some help. Content management provides our blog, publications, coordinates with outreach for public education, builds vision, messaging, content, people who know how to build a website, look for that group. Outreach, Valerie and Lou, connects to our diverse groups and brings our community together and helps to find people who want to do something but don't know how to get involved or how to take the first step. They're great at bringing you in and giving you a task and getting you involved. And then the media committee, Diane, that's traditional media public relations. That's all of our external communications. So we look forward to working with you, and thank you all for being here.
Okay, so before we split and discuss in the committees, if you see like in a wall, there is 5 signs, and the 6th one is here on the table. So think about splitting the room in half. To the right, you have 2 committees, content management, and at the end, art and technology. Then at the other section, we have outreach, media, and the last one, something. So you know, we will start splitting, but I want you before, what you're gonna do in those meetings. I mean, we have a coordinator of everyone, so I want you to come up with ideas how to engage in this committee. And there is 2 types of actions. Ongoing tasks, meaning if you are in art and technology, you have to set up a social media, a mailing list. And then there is an event-driven task. You know, ideas. You know, I can do a campaign, you know, for healthcare. I can do. So think about, you know, ongoing tasks and other tasks too. Another thing, think about resources. What do you need? And I'm not talking only money. Resources, money, a place, maybe a bus to go to an event. And then another thing to think is like, what kind of help do you need from the other committees? So maybe if you are in the media, you need to engage with the technology so they can help you. So, and I want you, when you discuss that, yes, think local, but think really building, think big. I mean, this is something that it's incredible happening. And, you know, engage, you know, get your ideas. Maybe one of you will be leading the steering committee. One of you will be leading other committees. So really, you know, get all your experience. And the most important thing to write it down, you know, because if you don't write things down, you know, things can go all over the place. So after you go and discuss that, one of each committee will come and report and tell us what ideas that we have, and then we can open it for questions. Any questions about the committees and how you're gonna discuss that? All right, so I guess if you, sure, go ahead.
Sorry, if you already mentioned this, which committee coordinates with other groups in the area? Women's March, for instance, and the other indivisible groups, when there's a big event.
The question is, which committees that communicate with other committees and other groups? Outreach, Lou, will communicate with other local group. But then, let's say you need a certain help from media, then you contact media. So think about it, it's not, you know, we're all working as one. And maybe you're working in one committee and then you found out, oh no, I can help with the others. So we are flexible, but we want to engage. We want you to build, this is not any, you know, this is all This is our movement, and we work together. Any other question? Yes.
So if you're
What is the question? Sure. Content management. Content management, the committees that prepare all content, meaning content for a flyer, maybe content for a message on Facebook, maybe content on Twitter. So think about, we get our point across, and those people, let's say I'm in technology and I want to prepare a page about some event. I will go to you. Can you help me with that? I have ideas, but can you prepare something for me in written? So people with writing skills. This is why back to the resource bank. If you put as a writer, this is what, this will go with for you for a contact management. Is this answer a question? Okay, any other question? Please.
So if you're kind of content driven, or if you're, example, interested in environmental issues that affect St. Johns County particularly, is there a particular place you should go, or do you?
Okay, environmental. Think about, so you're thinking about cause or campaigning. So maybe this will work with Lou, outreach. You need to let people know about, the environment. But also you'll be working with the technology so they can prepare something for you. Or the contact management so they can prepare other things. So again, think about ongoing tasks and campaigning tasks or events, as you mentioned. Any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
Is there any committee that is really focusing on the future in terms of trying to get prepare candidates for the elections in 2 years?
Sure. Great question. That will be the logistics, Kim. Because this is what, think about what's any meetings recently. Senates are coming, people are coming here. Someone who can prepare from our group. I'm sorry. That question was a great question. Like what committees that look for future candidates, for future in a local candidate or in a national candidate. What that committees? And the answer is the logistic committees and legislative committees. And this is people who will look about meetings in the area. So we'll let you guys all that there is a meeting. If there is a candidate that we would like to support, this will be also from this committee. But again, I have to, we don't belong to any parties, so this is something that we all agree with. Good question. Yes, sir.
Are there any town hall meetings scheduled?
If there is what again?
Town hall meetings.
Again, will come up with the same committee. If there is the question, if there is any town meeting scheduled, this is exactly what will be coming from these committees. And Ponte Vedra, everyone. Yeah. This is like okay. I mean, let's get the questions first. Yeah. Did this answer your question, sir?
Well, I was wondering if the representatives from these districts would be available to address us and to answer our questions.
The question, if there is a representative that will address us, any meeting coming soon. But again, this is back to the same, between Lou, he has a local connection with, other organizations, and the logistic as well.
So to answer, we are trying to get them here to meet with us. There is a meeting tomorrow night at Ponte Vedra Inn and Club that's hosted by Fox News. That is, there's a group. You want to talk about your group?
So there are several town halls that are already scheduled by the congressman. I'm not sure if do you have them on your list. I know John Rutherford is going to be in the area. I know that.
I've got a list with addresses, towns.
Right. So he would be definitely the person you want to talk to about finding out what those are.